Alright folks, Pachini's 88, we are back playing the talent agent. Let's get busy. Agent, I finished analyzing the video you uploaded from the security camera. I found several individuals on the footage that I think you should take a closer look at to see if you can identify them. I'm sending you the footage now. Okay. Agent, ran the crew list through the system. Most of the names checked out. The crew was all day hires. They don't seem to be connected to the trafficking ring, but the list did contain the name of a man who played Bahir, Tad Phillips. Phillips has no other screen credits. It's possible that given his key role in the recruitment films, he's also an important member of the trafficking ring. I put out a bolo alert on Phillips in California. I'll let you know when we have him in custody so you can interrogate him. Sounds good. Alright. I was not tracking that. Nope, not either of those two. Fiona Winters. What was she doing on the film launch? She told us she'd been in captivity for the last 2 years. I've heard of cases where kidnapped victims develop Stockholm Syndrome, even going as far as to run errands for their kidnappers with no thought of escape. Could Winters have been used that way? Either way, Fiona Winters just became a suspect in this case. We'll need to look into her story more closely. Agent, local police apprehended Tad Phillips, the actor playing Bahir in those recruitment videos. They caught him running a stop sign of all things. Let's go talk to him. Yeah, I got a lot of stars, so... Mr. Phillips, a major wrestler with the FBI. We need to talk to you. FBI? For running a stop sign? When did that become a federal offense? It's not, but domestic terrorism and human trafficking are. If you don't want to spend the next 60 years in Super Max, you need to tell us everything you know about this. Show him, Agent. Oh, it's gonna be the, video. Yeah. Is that a copy of the Grand Legacy script? So you've seen the web series then? I hear if it gains enough traction, we'll be doing a second season. A web series? So this was some kind of role you played? How did you get cast? I got a call from the producers out of the blue. They said they'd seen my work and wanted to hire me. It's a little strange, but who am I to turn down a role? Tell me more about this script. What did the producers say it would be used for? They said it was for the sizzle reel. The producers wanted to put together some low-budget videos to get financial backers interested in optioning for a full-length web series. Did you ever meet the producers? Well, that part was a little odd. We just voice chatted, and then they had me film the clips via webcam. They said it made the whole thing look more authentic. Well, yeah, but we suspect the people who made these films are involved in a human trafficking ring. Wait, what? Look, I had no idea I was getting involved in anything like that. I was just trying to get a gig. I'm going to leave you my card. If you remember anything else, give us a call. If you're a suspect with the FBI, it's usually not that cut and dry. Agent, based on the security footage you found, it's clear Fiona Winters is more deeply involved in this case than she led us to believe. And Fiona recently returned home. I've secured a search warrant for her residence. See if you can find anything that will shed more light on her relationship with the trafficking ring. Just remember to tread carefully with this one. Fiona may be a suspect in our case, but the rest of the country believes she's a victim. It's true. Fiona's moved back into the house since her return, but this room still looks like it's been untouched since she went missing. Posters, stuffed animals, art projects. What could have made a regular girl like this reach out to strangers on the internet for support instead of her family? Well, that's what we've got to find out. Let's see if we can locate anything that will tell us Fiona's state of mind when she made contact with a talent agent. Necklace. Tablet. Snorkel. Quote. Diaries. That'll definitely help stooping through her stuff. Tablet. Oh, there's the pouch. Yeah, I see the pouch. Fiona's diaries, it feels so wrong to read these, but they're our best chance to figure out what was going through her mind leading up to the abduction. And Fiona must use this tablet to interact with whoever was pretending to be Bahir. Maybe we can find something on it to narrow down their location. This necklace looks like it costs more than my monthly salary. Fiona's family doesn't have the money for something like this. Let's see if we can figure out where it came from. Good work isolating these diary entries. There's a real writing style shift in the entries once she starts talking about Bahir. You expect the tone of the subjects to shift over time, but these entries almost feel like they were written by someone else. Let's have Aram take a look at them. Interesting. Well, some of the local techs analyzed Fiona's tablet, and they were able to find a detailed report of its web history. Fiona spent a lot of time in Yabra, which we suspected, but she definitely wasn't spending it reading radical material. She logged a lot of hours chatting, but the majority of her time was spent taking online beauty quizzes and playing games. Not what you picture a radicalized teen choosing to do with their time. She definitely hasn't told us the whole story of what happened to her. I had someone take a look at the necklace you found, and there's no way Fiona's parents purchased it on their salaries. What's even more interesting is that someone hid a small camera in the pendant. I had the lab remove it so we can take a look at it and figure out what Fiona was filming. Interesting. Agent, I ran those diary entries through software that checks for plagiarism and discovered that they heavily sampled passages from existing online articles about radicalization. It's almost as if Fiona wanted people to believe that she was becoming slowly radicalized by Bahir. But if that were actually the case, she'd have no need to sample these online sources. I think we can conclude that Fiona isn't telling the whole truth about her relationship with Bahir, if she actually had one at all. I'll leave you to get to the bottom of that. Interesting. It's a classified document. Second moral code choice. That's great. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Well, the footage you recovered is of Agent Hanlon while she was infiltrating the trafficking ring. The audio file is corrupted, but it sounds like she was being questioned by someone, maybe Fiona. We better have a chat with Agent Hanlon about this footage to see if she can tell us what she and Fiona were talking about. I wonder if the undercover agent is actually not who she says she is. Anyways, Agent, I've had Mr. Reddington contacts look into the matter of which agent closed that investigation to Yabra, but they haven't been able to get me a name. They did, however, learn whichever agent closed the case also worked in the same unit as Sally Hanlon. It could be possible that she is the corrupt agent we're looking for. I've enlisted the help of Mr. Brinks to keep a close watch on her. I'll report back if he covers anything of interest. I wonder if the girl was... I wonder if... the other chick, not Sally, but the other one, the one that Fiona Winters, I wonder if she was the original. We need to talk about Fiona Winters. She claimed that she was held in the factory for the duration of her captivity, but we found evidence that she visited some of the traffickers' other locations. I thought there was something off about her. She didn't seem as afraid as the rest of the teens, not even when things got bad. They would keep us cuffed at night, but even when we were chained up, she was always really friendly to the newcomers, asked them a lot of questions about themselves. Come to think of it, she seemed more interested in them than the kidnappers. Sometimes she disappeared for a few days. She told us she was going for medical treatment, but she seemed fine. We're currently investigating a company called Yabra in connection with the videos used to lure teens to the traffickers. Were you aware that your unit investigated that company a year ago? Really? Well, that's news to me. I'm shocked that they didn't tell me, considering I was going undercover with the traffickers. According to Tucker, the investigation was ended after he gave an agent private access to all this information transmitted over Yabra. Is there anyone you work with who may have done this? Nobody that I can think of, but I'll let you know if I remember anything that could indicate who it was. It's hard to implicate your own team members. Agent, I've contacted Fiona's parents and asked them to bring her back in for another interview. We need to learn more about the holes in her story. The press is still celebrating her return, so tread carefully. I'd like to keep the fact that we doubt her story to ourselves until we can find anything more definitive. probably a good call, to be honest. Hey, Miss Winters, we're so glad you're safe. I know it's been a long ordeal. In order to catch the people who did this to you, we need to ask you a few questions. It was so awful. I want to pretend it never happened. Please, do I have to talk about it again? We need you to be strong. We read your diaries and found some inconsistencies in the writing style that we wanted to ask you about. You read my diaries? Those are supposed to be private. Yeah, but we apologize for the intrusion, but we need you to address why some sections of your diary appear to be plagiarized from online articles about radicalism. What do you mean my diaries are plagiarized? I read everything in them myself. I didn't read any online articles on radicalism, so how could I have plagiarized them? I just wrote about my feelings for Bahir and about all the interesting online articles he sent me to read. He said it was important. I'd be educated in the cause. It's gotta be the second one. Yep. You said you hadn't read any online articles on radicalism, but you also said that you read articles Bahir sent you. Which one is it? Fine, I copied those diary entries from online articles. The leader of the trafficking ring told me I had to make it look like I had been radicalized and gone abroad so no one would look for me. So you willingly joined his trafficking ring? No. I mean, I thought I was at first. I was just so bored living at home. I didn't fit in. I was ready to do anything that it took to get me out of here, and then I met a man online. We started chatting and eventually told me what he did. He made crime seem so romantic, adventurous. He told me we could run away together if I made it look like I disappeared. It was only after I was with him that I realized how horrible he was, what he was doing to the other kids. I tried to leave, but he told me he would find my family and hurt them if I did. Sometimes he would be so nice to me. He'd tell me if I did errands for him I could go outside, but then he'd threaten me again. I was so scared. So you met the Talon agent. Well, who is he? You still have a chance to help us rescue those kidnapped teens if you help catch them. No, I can't tell you. He'll kill me if I do. Alright, well, we're going to give you some time to think about Fiona. If you help us catch him, he can't hurt you anymore. If not, who knows how long you have until he finds you. Second decision. Not as much. It's unheard of that the Talon agent would let a victim become a member of his organization. Do you also have doubts about Miss Winters? They do. I thought something sounded suspicious about her story. It's possible she could have realized her mistake after the fact, but she may be closer to the Talon agent than we think. I'll check with some contacts to see if any of them know about the Talon agent having a female familiar and see if they can tell us just how close he and Miss Winters were. Fiona Winters maintained that she joined the organization for adventure and then quickly got in over her head, but I'm not so sure that that's the whole story. Maybe she was duped and held against her will, or maybe she was their inside agent, a wolf in sheep's clothing keeping tabs on the other teens. We should need to take another look at the factory where we found her and see if we can find anything that will paint a more complete picture of her time in captivity. That's my thought. My thought is she is actually... She liked what she did, and she was basically an inside job, so they could keep tabs. When the factory was raided, the assumption was that all the teens we recovered were victims, which may have caused us to overlook something. See if you can, if anything we missed. See if you can see anything that we missed. I apologize, guys. It is early in the morning. Student card. Oh, it's cut up. Measuring tape, handcuffs, glue. What are... Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's like 4:30 in the morning right now. A monkey toy? Well, that's odd. I thought this factory only made dolls. We should check this out. These handcuffs are still intact. Most of the survivors had to have theirs cut off, so why aren't these damaged? Let's take a closer look at them. Someone went through a lot of trouble destroying this ID. We should put it back together and see who it belongs to. Good work. Let's go take a look at this evidence to see if it can tell us anything new about Fiona's relationship to the Talon agent. Agent, I checked with some associates who supplied transportation, forged documents, and other gray market goods, and at least 2 of them have done business with Fiona Winters. They were minor transactions, just simple pickups, but Fiona was alone at each of these meetings. Now, Winters may have been used as a courier by the talent agent so he could remain in the shadows, or she could have been a willing member of the organization. We'll keep digging into her background and see what else we can turn up, but until we do, keep your eyes on Miss Winters. Agreed. There we go. Let's examine these things. So we'll examine these and then probably wrap this up. Oh, is she actually a lot younger than she says she is? It doesn't look like it, but... Great work, Agent. That's definitely Fiona Winters on the picture on this fake ID, but it's for a school she never attended. Let's see what information Aaron can dig up on the school. There must be a reason Fiona or her handlers wanted her to have this ID. How much you want to bet that this is Fiona's? Well, I knew something was off about these handcuffs you found, but I never guessed they were fakes. There's a trick release on the inside. Jiggle them in the right way and they pop open. Whoever was wearing them would look like they were cuffed, but they could go free whenever they wanted. I saw the cuffs for DNA. Let's analyze the samples at the field office and see if we can match any of those from the teens that we rescued from the factory. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to grab the stars from this. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.